Mic check, 1, 2. Ding, ding, ding. Let me sort my settings out. Yo, what's good, people? Everyday superpower, where we talk body language, dating, relationships, non-verbal communication. That is what we do. I've had a couple to drink. I'm feeling good, to be honest. I'm going to break down this game for you. I'm going to break down more of this game for you, okay? This is going to be good, so we're going to continue on from our viewing of 50 More Strangers Swipe on Each Other. Season 3 by Nectar, alright, pretty long-winded, right? Season 3, what you on about Season 3? We're going to continue talking about the non-verbal communication between the parties involved. If you, which you do, want to join the Patreon, where I will go further into depth in regards to these videos, and we will look at more footage, and I will show you attraction and repulsion cues you won't see or won't actually be taught elsewhere ever, like to the depth I'm going to show you. Just click the link in the description, alright? See you there. I'm going to give you the real honest game. There's a reason why I'm wearing this, yeah? I'm giving you the reality of life right here, yeah? I can't be too out there when I'm giving this volatile information that they don't teach you for a reason. So let's keep on going, yeah? Let me just double check you get the volume such as I think I'm going to have to pop these on. Hello, 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 hello. Right, you hear me, yeah? So right here is where we finished the last series. Well, at least the Everyday Superpower series. Let's continue. Look at this guy then. I just paused randomly. I'm not looking to go through the fast-tracked swipes. I want to see when they go a little more in-depth of the two people interacting. But just from a random freeze frame, what do you see between these two? Right? Handsome fella. Nice, beautiful blue eyes. The women love that. Like the other guy. Parted hair. Nice blue eyes, blue shirt on. He's almost a replica of that other guy we saw in the early videos. But the difference being, if you look at his body language, his head is pulled in, retracted. His shoulders seem to be up in a state of defense, okay? Because what happens is when somebody's on the defense or says something, they might feel that they get a little bit of backlash or so forth. A threat response is to conceal the neck, because we need to protect our neck in order to survive, right? So what we do is what I would consider a turtle motion, right? We raise the shoulders. It's like a shrug, right? I don't know. Don't look at me. Don't attack me. I don't know. All right? Or if I was to say to you, I think you went a bit overboard there. I'm raising the shoulders to conceal the neck, so you know there's no I'm defended against a physical attack. This is rooted into our primitive psychology, and that exists within our brain, the limbo brain. There is a primitive ape-like species still in our brain. We did not rid of it. It still exists. We just moved on forwards and attached a DLC pack onto there, the human brain. So look at this guy. Shoulders up, protecting the neck. Head back, retracted. He's incredibly defensive. It might not look like it from first glance to the general public, but that's what I see there. Her, on the other hand, a little more relaxed. Look at her eyes. She got beautiful eyes. I would question as to whether they're contacts, to be honest. I love her eyes. I think she's quite a sexy person. I like her hair and whatnot. Boom, it's a no. These two, it's a no and a no. This guy might as well have bulletproof armor on. He's got gloves, a hat, a jacket. He looks small of stature. He's essentially wearing body armor. So people, I'm telling you this. Do you know when you go on dates and stuff, yeah? Rid of any extra pieces of material that you don't need. Be presentable. But imagine if your date was sitting before you and you only just got there and they were still wearing their coat and their jacket. You'd think, are you ready to go? Like, calm down. Be comfortable. There's a lack of comfort in being concealed to that degree. I'm dropping game once again, people. It only takes a few seconds of watching people for me to express this. Please, 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 link down below. Join the Patreon. I'm telling you, this is the real game. They don't teach you elsewhere. She, on the other hand, she looks kind of strong. I'm not gonna lie to you. She looks kind of strong. She looks kind of masculine in this freeze frame. I'm not gonna lie. Half decent shape, but him, just due to the proportions I see before me, he looks short of stature and he's concealing himself. He shouldn't do. If this guy's bald, then he's playing the wrong game. He's playing the wrong game, and I say that because these bald men will wear every hat under the sun in order to conceal their baldness, and it's what they think a concealment of an insecurity. Bro, you're broadcasting that insecurity. The fact I'm having to actually say if he's bald is because I'm questioning whether he's wearing that beanie hat, that bald hat that's bigger than him. I'm wondering, this guy's balding or got a bad hairline. And it's not even a bad hairline, it's significant. It's masculine to have receding hair. It's a showcase of testosterone, and it's called male pattern baldness. It's male and masculine. The feminine does not find the masculine repulsive, right? They find it attractive. So that's a game you need to acknowledge yourself. People online and stuff talk about hairlines and this, that, and make a big hoorah about it. Don't get me wrong, if you're bald and heavy, just shave it off. But the moment you shave it off, you'll feel like a man. A woman will perceive you like a man. Real talk. So purely because he's got a beanie hat on, I'm doing that read right there. Gloves. He's ridiculous. Bro, don't go to a date with gloves on. Don't go to a date with a hat on. Don't go to a date with a big fucking army jacket on. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Let's keep going. These two. So we've seen this guy before. Hold on. Let me catch him. That was a quick swipe, that, to be fair. Boom. They're both grinning. They're both nice. They're both all right. This guy got rejected last time, didn't he? It's a fair play. I gotta give respect to my guy. He looks blazed. My man looks blazed up, man. He looks blazed up. Needs to take the hat off. She's grinning wholeheartedly. She's fine. Like it looks like they're all right. There's no nonsense here. I like that. These two, another hat. Big up these two. We got Trap Star here with the face tattoos and the haircut, or the lack of haircut. He's a hype. Wait. Oh. Look at her face. She's actually turned off by the fact he said yeah. Because you see this guy over here. He's thinking, bro, I'm so alternate. I'm so handsome. In his world. He probably got a few followers on social media due to his alternate aesthetic, right? He's gone overboard with the aesthetic, if you ask me. He's tried a little too hard with the alternate approach to things, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you stand in that entity in a masculine manner, given that it's all working out for you. He said yes, he's jumped into yes, which I gotta respect, but I think he's done so in regards to how people may perceive him elsewhere, because she said no. Because I'm going to give you some game on woman psychology here, right? And the art of being masculine. Generally speaking, most men aren't successful entrepreneurially, right? Most men don't take the leap into being a self-sufficient, independent entrepreneur, right? You look at the world around you, it's built with corporations and industry and men working for bosses, right? Real talk. She might see this guy and identify. He's got face tattoos. He's got a shaky haircut. He's got hand tattoos, i.e. he's got job stoppers. This isn't a secure man. So whereas this guy's gone out of his way to peacock, per se, don't get me wrong, this guy may be very successful in the field he's in, within the arts, within music. I assume he's into music, right? He may be successful, but to the outside world, they're perceiving him as a man who isn't going to get a job anytime soon, or isn't perceived synonymously with the image of actual successful corporate leaders in this day and age. Hey, and I don't believe in corporation. I believe in independence, so I'm not putting this guy down for that. I'm just saying this is how the world will perceive you. If you take the path of most resistance, you're going to get resistance. She's all right with tattoos. She got a couple of tattoos herself, but she said no. And she's not even too content over the fact him saying yeah. The last girl we saw with that really tall guy, she were grinning bare teeth and looking at him just like, you're an idiot. This woman just wants to opt out. She's not even content. She's like, in a bit, sayonara, goodbye. She's squinting her eyes, blocking out the image before her. Tight-lipped smile. You tell me. Almost quite depressive. Do you not think? Look at his face now. He's looking off screen to one of the cameramen, because we know there's a cameraman placed in that position. He's seeing, well, his subconscious mind is saying, have they caught this? Have they seen this? And he looks automatically to the camera to clarify that. Get me out of here. He's not happy, clearly. I mean, I'm all right for a haircut and whatnot, but that's dumb as hell, innit? Like, he's intentionally gone out of his way to look like a clown. He looks like a sideshow clown to me. This is a little disclaimer, right? I'm into alternate communities. There's nothing wrong with that, but you got to be real here. There's boys and there's men, and that's the case. She's looking for a man. Let's go back to that. So the moment she swipes there and sees him swiping the other way, look at him. As he swipes, she has swiped before him. So he literally watches his hands do the maneuver. He's already in motion. He can't turn back now. He's acknowledged it. His peripheral, his mind's eye has perceived her swiping in the opposite direction. And he is consciously, or maybe subconsciously, looking at his hands sway at this point. Because he should be looking at her in the direction she's putting her answer. He already knows the answer. And he's swaying in the wrong fucking direction. And he's gutted. As he does so, he looks up. And it's a horrible sight to see. It's a horrible sight to see. My man's got his best get up for it and all sorts. That's the problem. Let me talk to you about this as well, right? Run some game. So, it's all right getting your best fit on, but the thing is, right, if you've actively sort of gone out of your way to choose your best clothing and be striking and do this and that to appeal to this woman whom you've never even met before, she's going to look at you and say, wow, why have you gone over all of this effort? You must need me. Do you know where I'm coming from? Do you know, bro, I've been with people and they've just been like outside of like game awareness, just your standard, dating people or people in relationships, people who are married and stuff. And they turn to me and say, are you nervous for your date? Nah, I'm going to roll up in the gear I'm in now. I'm not going to go home and change and get a wash and all this and that. Fuck that. I don't know this person. She don't deserve all that from me. Do you know what I mean? This is the mindset you need. This is what you need to be. Don't get me wrong. If you're feeling lucky and you know things are going the right way and you're not going to have an opportunity later on, go get yourself clean and ready and whatnot. But bro, don't go dressed to impress and all of that. Give it 70%, 75% of the wardrobe. Don't go the whole 100%, people. Then what more have you got to give? She's going to look at you and know very well that you've been trying your hardest, man. Don't be a try-hard. Girls don't want to try hard. This is the understanding you will experience through consistent effort and knowledge, right? It's not going to happen straight away. Right, and with that being said, let's continue on. Look at him. He grabs hold of his collar, pulls on his collar a little bit. So when you're embarrassed, when you're humiliated, when you are under pressure and stress, a man in particular will pull on his collar. Eesh. You know what I mean? I get a Simpsons-esque image in my head, like a cartoon image. Eesh. Because blood pressure rises and you need to allow air to circulate. You need more air on the body. You feel warm for some reason. Bloody hell, why do I feel so warm? You say when you're blushing. It's because your blood pressure has risen. Your blood has come to the surface and is being used to warm you up. It's significant. It's a telltale sign. My guy pulls at his collar. Does he need to pull at his collar? Of course he doesn't, because she doesn't. She looks down in preparation. Somewhat embarrassment indirectly. She knows what she wants and what she doesn't want. She shouldn't be embarrassed by it, but she bows her head down to say, yeah, I'm a good person at heart, you know. Right, as she waits, she completely slouches as she allows the other person to be present in a comfortable manner. Let's see who rolls in. She's cute, is she? I can't remember the last video we did, but there was another girl with tan lines. Bro, these girls are coming in with the tan lines. I got to respect it. Right, here we go. Bruh, it's my man. So my man's already been on. He got rejected. He turns up. He shouldn't have the hoodie on. He shouldn't have the hoodie on. He should take that hoodie off. Have you seen how these girls are coming presented with no hoodies and not concealing themselves? They're expressing their femininity, okay? Now, this is more important to a woman because a woman is more interested in other things aside from your actual physical appearance, whereas men are very tapped in and in tune with a woman's physical appearance. There's a difference here, and both parties do. Well, women know that, men don't know that there's a difference in brain, clearly, generally. But if he was to take that hoodie off, okay, he would match her in the realm of showcasing his masculinity. Even if he had a little belly on him and whatnot, it does not matter. He's showcasing his masculine essence and body in reference to her feminine body and essence. And she indirectly will appreciate and be attracted to him a little bit more because he will reflect what she loves. And what she loves is herself. Now that's deep. That's deep. A woman is a very aesthetic-driven being. Okay, you see these flamboyant pimps of America and so forth with the dazzling jewels and colourful, vibrant clothing and eccentric, attire. And you think, bloody hell, you look ridiculous. But what they're doing is portraying themselves in a relative feminine manner to attract the feminine gaze. This guy's just coming in with a white hoodie on. He picked that up and thought, that's fresh, that. Bro, take the fucking hoodie off. You look daft, man. He looks. She looks. From first glance, have a look here. A little bit of dissatisfaction from both parties from the get-go. This is this guy's second attempt. Let me tell you, she's saying no. She's saying no. He looks over to the camera, not necessarily in a rushed sense, but in a domineering, commanding sense, as if to say, come on then, let's go, let's go. Come on then, are we going to go? Are we going to go? He looks excited. Does this guy look embarrassed to get going? Does he look rushed to get going? He looks kind of excited. The eyes open, revealing the whites of the eye. When we open the eyes, we absorb more information. We are absorbing more within. When we close the eyes, such as she is doing, she is shutting out information. When somebody is telling you something and then they come across a negative or what they perceive as negative point to make, you'll see their eyes close. When someone cringes at something, their eyes don't open in awe. They go, eesh. Do you know where I'm coming from? He's going to say yes, she's going to say no. He was active. He's ready to go. She's ready to go. She very slowly raises her hands. Watch. He's fast. He's active. Whoa. And with that being said, right, that doesn't help because you would want the two to mirror in harmony, given they had established rapport and really emphasized on focusing on each other. She's doing the counter opposite, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because you need to perceive the feminine and the masculine and the yin and the yang and the counter opposites. But as far as body language and non-verbal is concerned, when you're initially dating, it's nice to have a receptive mirrored image before you. Watch. And she pays attention to his hands. So she's actively reading his body language now. Now, women are brought up instinctually and biologically able to read nonverbal cues 100-fold better than men, right? Because it's a survival mechanism for a woman to ensure they're safe in the world of predators, right? As the fairer sex. So what she's doing, if you watch her eyes, as he raises his hands, she's observing, such as we are doing, and unconsciously paying attention to what his hands are indicating. Does he tell her where he's going? Watch her eyes as he raises his hands. Look, watch this now. Just look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. She's looking dead at his hands. She's looking dead at his hands in preparation. She's done this purposefully. She's slowly and surely raised her hands in slow motion as she can perceive and observe where his hands are going. He's very confident in this moment. He's going to say yes and she's going to say no. And I got to put respect on my man. Because he didn't take a risk last time. I mean, he might not have been into it last time, but in a bit, look at that, defeated. Little bit of a joke behind it, a little bit of a bop. I'll see myself off. Nothing wrong with that. But he bows his head in submission, in defeat. Sways his way out. Of course he's not happy. Bruh, get back. So we got a mirror image here. My man's coming with the vest top. And with that being said, I'll see you on the Patreon, alright? That's enough recording for the YouTube. Click the link in the description if you want me to continue on with this. Peace.